Yeah, we've passed that now. We're going up the stairs. There's a window open there if need be. But this is that type of floor where you look through and you go, oh, it's a bit high. Yeah. Does look a bit dodgy, these rails. Cheers.
Looks like there's some screws on it.
Yeah, I see them. Right, we're in. Oh no. Battery's dying.
Abandoned landscapes.
Yeah, what I'll do, I'll just show you the interesting parts. We just noticed my battery's just died for no reason as soon as it came in. So I'll cut to the interesting parts.
Hello and welcome to tonight's show. Yeah, great of you all to join us tonight and much appreciated like always. So cool. Have we got any more comments in? Yes, we have. Got other people in. If I missed your name already, I'm sorry, but I'll try and get everyone up. But that was just a quick short video, you see that one. Didn't have time to get everyone's name up, I don't think. So it's pretty cool to see everyone in. Excellent to see us. Yeah, I wasn't feeling great last week, so obviously I didn't do a live stream like you all probably missed me doing. So yeah. So yep, I think we're caught up to date now with everyone in. Yeah. So I'm going to introduce our first guest, should I say. Louise as well. Yep, I think that's everyone. Got Adrian, shown him before. David, excellent mate. Yeah. We've got our first guest in. It's the Catwoman. Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
Oh, I just noticed bleeding out.
I know you've got fuzz growing on your face.
Ah, yeah, that needs coming off.
Yeah. You look about 80 with a beard.
Yeah, definitely need to shave that off.
Yeah.
So you've been up to, sorry I didn't get onto your live stream.
Nah, it's right. If you've been ill, that's, these things happen, don't they?
Yeah.
So, I've just been cleaning out some of the creatures and I've got to do more. I've just fed a load of them and then I'm going to clean a few more out and feed tarantulas, but I'm doing them tomorrow. That's it. Anything I'm going to do after is feed my Pac-Man frog and that's it. Everything can just piddle off. Had enough. Yeah, like you do.
Yeah. I went down Stockport over the weekend. Just got out, felt better, so got out, went down Stockport and looked at the new bus depot.
Oh God.
It was clean and fair enough, it's not completely complete yet. But the bus depot itself is open.
Yeah, not for long and they'll end up getting trashed like every other one, as usual.
Talking of trash, yeah. They've not put trash bins out either.
No, they don't, because apparently they give a little notice that nice smoking in the bus station, and it's like, oh my God, the people just go around the front of the doors and smoke there, and it's like, but there's no bins. So, but then if they catch on fire, so it's all. They should just put a bucket with some sand, and then they could just get rid of them in that. Sorted.
Yeah. This guy who just finished eating his takeaway, and I've seen him just wrap it up and jam it in a fence where all the new works are getting done.
That's
so
right.
I said, yeah, mate, don't leave that there. I went, why are you? So I said, I'm just a member of the public, but that's not right to leave rubbish around here. It's just been built, know what I mean? It's clean.
It's respectful, isn't it? So
yeah. He says, well, I'm not one of them type of people who just dump rubbish. I went, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, don't do it. He says, I've looked for the bins, but there is no bins. I went, fair enough. Have you tried going inside and have a look? He said, yes, I've been inside. He says, tell you what, you show me a bin inside. I went, okay then. Let's go in. And as we walked in, I turned around and says, pick that up, bring it with us, and they'll sort it out with us, yeah? So let's get rid of it for you. So he's walking through the bus depot, and obviously he's already walked through. He says there's no bins, and I'm taking him at his word. I believe him. Looked round my first self for the first 5 yards. Couldn't see no bins. But there was like an information office, for anyone or whatever who needs anything. So I went up to the desk. He went, no, have a look. I went, no, I believe you. So I said it to the guy there behind the counter. I says, we've looked, there's no bins. He went, no, they've not been installed yet. I said, all right, we've got this rubbish that needs getting rid of. I said, can you come and take it for us? He went, yeah, no problem. And then this guy says, oh, look, I'll show you there's no bins. I said, well, just calm down. He says he's going to take it in and throw it in a bin for us. So he went, what? I went, yeah. So the guy comes out, takes it off him. I went, cheers, mate. And then went to the other guy, went, cheers, thanks for that, and shook his hand. Know what I mean? It's just a bit of common sense. No bins, ask someone.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
When I bought, well, I've not done it in a long time. But when I used to ask, like, have you got a bin behind there? You don't mind putting this in the bin for me? But I don't eat that off them stores. They're like rank.
Yeah.
I dreaded Explorer. I Barry, hello John, Olympic Spanner, Adrian, Dazzy, Mark.
You missed someone there, Jackie.
Who?
This one.
Alyssa.
Only 1 second. I can't stay on long because I've got somebody who's literally going fucking haywall.
Sasha.
Oh, your little cat. I was going to say. I was going to say something else, but good job I said cat, yeah.
She's a look at that. How gorgeous is that?
Good night, mate. Pompey's in the house.
Hi.
Also, Mr. Volt. Hello, Mr. Volt. Bleeding hell, look at the size of that cat next to you. It's massive.
Oh.
And you say my dog's big.
It'll be stomping on skyscrapers next, won't it?
Yeah. Did you say that on Bogdan and Moore by any chance, Melissa?
Well,
Did you say your massive cat on Bogdan Moore by any chance?
like I said, I've got to keep my eye on because she's on the couch at the moment and she'll just leap. She just jumps so high. It's ridiculous.
That's what kittens do.
I know, but it's been 18 years since I've had one,
So you
It's been
forgot
a long
what it's
time.
like and how much chaos it is. You need eyes in the back of your head. Sometimes it's better when there's two of them because they can get that stuffing out of each other. It's great. That's why I have them in pairs.
Oh.
Do you want to see look at the state of the living room with her? She likes to sleep.
Yeah, mate. Welcome in.
Yeah, carrier.
Hello, animal person.
Right. Excellent to see you.
Say hello. Say hello. Hello.
We've got our next guest in as well. Hello, Mr. John.
It's
Hi, John.
Johnny.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Nice pussy you got there, Melissa.
Yeah, lovely pussy, innit?
Someone had to say it. I nearly did, but yeah.
Who's that?
I've got to say it.
What's your background? Let's see your background. 1 second. Get you
I
up.
can't even do it.
Is that the one with the bear?
Mr.
Oh,
John.
There it is.
Yeah.
The one with the bear, yeah.
The bear.
The bear.
Excellent.
The bear.
Bear chicken, that, eh?
Totally bare.
Will you stop pulling the couch?
That's what they do.
How come she's
I
playing up
know.
on you?
That's what they do.
Oh,
They claw the couch, they claw the wallpaper, they get all the woodwork, they're constantly up and down. If they see a wire, they'll dive at it, they'll try and chew it.
All the time. All the time, yeah.
Yeah, you have to have eyes in the back of your head. This is why
All night.
that is why I had mine in tubes, because They get the stopping out of each other, and they're more occupied with each other than other things. It works
I know.
better that way.
To be honest with you, when I got it, I thought, oh yeah, she just looks a tiny bit like our Cinders. And I thought, oh yeah, she's quite calm. Do you know what I mean? Is she fuck? Is she fuck? I think she's a little minx, aren't you? She likes bloody handbags. You getting in?
Yep. Bags.
You
They
get
like
me?
bags. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've got these crinkly bags that I've got for the cats, and the cats love going on it because of obviously they like the noise. But it's ones for cats, so.
It's got to be a pain for you then with all your cats if they're like that constantly.
No, they're older. They've calmed down.
Yeah,
The only
Oh,
one is a little bit. Whoops.
So, whoops. Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, the one that's a little bit mad is sometimes Yoshi, but Yoshi, I get the chaser toy out and he chases it. It's hilarious.
Well,
and then
to
he
be
after
honest
a
with
while
you,
he's had enough and he just walks off.
we've
But if he wants-
discovered she's only 7 weeks old.
Oh.
She's actually sold us an underage kitten because she's meant to be 8 weeks to get wormed and stuff. So we found out she's only actually 7 weeks old, so we took her away from her mum too early.
Depends
So-
if she's been weaned off her mum though, because if she's still
Yeah,
suckling, then
You took her away from her mum too early. You did.
I see. Hi Barry Storms. That's good.
Yeah. You cradle snatcher.
I know. But you know what? She hasn't missed her brothers or sisters. She hasn't missed her mum. She's settled in quite nicely, haven't you, love? Eh? Haven't you, buggerlugs? Get out the fuck. Get
Bloody
out the
house wreckers, that's what they are.
So,
Just make
so
sure
how
you
do you,
Go on.
sorry, I missed that. How do you know it's younger than it's supposed to be?
Because she told us the date of when the mother's actually pregnant again. She's only got her pregnant again, and she's just had a litter of 6.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That's bloody
Did you have,
because
did you buy them
usually
or
after-
were they given away?
Yeah, bought her. She was only 50.
The problem is the woman should have got
Oh,
that
that's
cat
not so
done
bad.
straight away because they're usually highly fertile after they've just given birth. That's the time that they get caught very, very quick. So she should have made sure that cat stayed in, so she didn't
Yeah.
catch
I
again.
know, but
So
no,
that-
she didn't.
she's
She
got-
let it out. She moved flat.
Nah.
She moved out. She's got bipolar, the girl, what we got her off.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So, and she's got 2 fucking big, massive bloody, what are they?
Fridges.
Pound puppies as well.
She's got 2 massive
Pound
fridges.
puppies.
Bipolar.
You dare.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, man.
I know, tell me about it.
I don't know.
She's got 2 big, fat, one of those, what are those bloody Jew-lucky dog?
Two
One of them.
massive fat
Got 2 of them.
chest freezers.
Yeah, the thing is, if you overbreed a cat, then it ends up having problems. So she has to be so fucking careful. A couple of times,
Does
yeah, but
obviously
after
she doesn't
Yeah.
care.
it's get them done. Sorry.
I think people. I think the
Obviously,
people
she
who
doesn't care, does she? Because she moved flat and then she let her straight back out and she then got pregnant again.
I fucking
So-
people who
stupid,
wee
I've
on
got-
cats. People who wee on cats should be reported. I say.
We on cats.
Yeah, you got to wee on them until they're like ready to, eat better food than you. You wee on
Get
them,
off
and
that.
then that
Off the
provides
vines.
them with all the moisture, nourishment for their diet. You just wee on them.
Yeah.
She's going to the bloody wires on the Blu-ray player now.
Yeah, I told you. Wires.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Get out. Get out. Get out of there now.
Go to the light.
Yeah, like I was saying about
OVNI. Quick, get the camera out. Quick.
yeah, that looks good. That actually.
Oh,
It does.
I think I caught it right. I can make thousands of pounds now
Oh my days.
That's where everyone who films a fucking spot a light in the sky. They all fucking go, I'm in the money. I'm going to make loads of money now. And it doesn't ever work out that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all you got to do is crop Miss Lois Jones off, really, then blend it in with your background.
Jesus.
So it all looks like it's all one.
The colours look all right.
Indeed.
I just whapped it up from that to that.
You're very
'Cause
quiet, Matt.
That looked a bit.
I can't hear you, Matt.
Am I
Matt, you're
quiet?
really, really quiet. Yes, you're
Yeah.
quiet.
You need new hearing aids, I think. That's what it is.
No, we're all
I'll-
saying. Go on.
Let me see if we can turn you up, Matt. 1 minute.
Well, my input volume is at 100.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, hang on. Is that better?
Won't let me turn it up for some reason.
Is that better now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So.
No?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not
Get
the
out.
only one that's struggling to hear you. Yeah,
All right,
thank
1,
you.
2, 3,
ladies.
4, 5. Yeah, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hi, Mark. Street
No.
Once I caught a fish
Yeah.
in line, 6, 7, 8, 9,
8,
10.
9, 10. Then I let it go again. Which finger?
Why did
Why
you
did
let
you
it
let
go?
it go? Because it did my
Because it
Hang on.
hurt
fingers.
my
Right.
fingers.
Is that any better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, a lot better, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
My little finger on my right.
right. Sounds like you're in a dustbin.
Yeah, but does anybody think that original setting looks a bit blue? And then if I go like this, makes me look a bit redder, a bit more natural? See, that's
Yeah,
a
it
bit
makes you look a bit tan.
Downstairs, the bright light.
tanned. Tanned's better, isn't it?
Mm.
Turn the color. Yeah.
What are you doing? You take
Yeah.
the laugh ours.
You playing with OBS?
No, this
Yep.
is the camera settings in the Logitech software. You can set it up in
Oh.
there.
Someone's asking you a question there, Matt.
Matt, did you find out why the audio level kept reducing on your stream the other week? Yeah. Because when I went direct in, so like my mixing desk direct in, StreamYard always turns your volume down. And you can turn it up and it goes back down. And and you do like that all night long, right? However, the way I used to do it, which is how I got it now, is I take that line input and put it into NVIDIA Broadcast, which is a piece of software, and then that noise cleans the fan noise off the computer and any other extraneous noises. That gets rid of it. But then, because you're going into that first, the NVIDIA Broadcast doesn't keep turning it down. Yeah. But I couldn't use NVIDIA Broadcast the other week because it was going, it was doing all that. So now I know what the fault with that was. I installed new audio drivers for the sound card. Now NVIDIA Broadcast works, so it doesn't turn the volume down. Yeah. But StreamYard was low, so I turned StreamYard up just now. So it's just like, this volume's going to be up, that volume's going to be up, this volume's going to be up, then it works. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in, like I was saying before, it was in, like I was saying before, I was in Stockport over the weekend. I felt a bit better, so I went out, just walking about Stockport, seeing what's what. And yeah, you've seen it, yeah. I've done a little short. I don't really do shorts, but I've done a little short. Basically, what it is, it's like a Nestle plastic lid, just screwed to the wall. I was like, on the film, I said, "What's this screwed to the wall for?" And then like zoomed out bit by bit, and it actually showing a mosaic, and each lid was a pixel basically. It was a Stockport fire duct and animals and greenery. But it's ironic, really. Yeah, it's a bit ironic how all the plastic's affecting the animals. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also I was walking up one of the main streets, and one of the shops were open, so I just went straight in there, done the video. It's out on members only, that one at the moment. So
Baby.
that'll be coming out shortly on my normal channel.
Cool.
Ugh.
Hi, Mum.
Yeah.
I think
nothing-
got everyone there now. Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing
Marjorie's
morbid.
weird.
But there's our cinders.
Have you tested your boat out over the weekend, Matt, or anything?
My what?
Your boat.
My boat? No. Weather went really weird on the weekend. We had a bit of rain and wind, and I mean, you can't take the boat out in wind. And I have just bought this, which cost 49 quid. Anybody know what that is?
But let's get it on big screen. 1 minute.
So that's- oh.
It says on there what it is. It says what it is.
Oh.
Is it an ultrasonic cleaner?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
Deep fat fryer.
And then,
Is it open to me answering the question, or the panel forgot to ask that one?
yeah.
Sorry, panel.
Dazzy got it. I held it up and
Yeah.
it says what it is on it. I didn't realise it.
Yeah.
Anyway, 49 quid Amazon. And yeah, basically, the big problem I got with most of the boats I've ever had is they fluff, you know, and it's the carburetor.
Oh my
But
God.
you know, I open the
I'm on the right
carburetor up,
one,
I
I'm on
take it all apart, I
Try to
clean
show it
every
up,
bit I
it's
can. I
like
try
here.
poke a pin down
Oh, yeah.
things, but there's some parts of carburetors go round corners, so you cannot clean where you can't get round to. So
I will have to go down, sorry. Because I think the cat's gone inside the couch.
Oh, here's mine coming in now.
They do that.
What's up?
All right then. I'll see you all in a bit.
See you
All right,
later.
I'll be in chat.
Right, see you later.
Bye bye.
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 Cheers, son.
Bye.
Right, what's up
What?
with you? You alright?
Oh,
You just get
poor
cat. Cheers, son.
Caesar.
Hey? You're a big boy, ain't you?
Doggy, 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 doggy.
Oh,
So the deal is with an ultrasonic cleaner is you can put sort of like cleaning solutions or water in there, but what it'll do is it'll actually get inside and round corners of pipes and things like that, which you can't normally get to. So I'm going to ultrasonic clean the buggery out of these carbs that have been giving me problems for a long time, and then I'm going to see, like, do I get any problems with fluffing after that? Because it is kind of like the ultimate way to clean carbs. Please, Matt, use fuel safe in your fuel. This will help. And use high octane e-fuel all the time. Well, I might try using more, better fuel, but I think the thing is it's not just that. It's going to fluff on good fuel. It's going to fluff on low fuel because they've got like low, medium, and high jets on some of them, or low and high jets. And if the big jet's working, it'll go when it's opened up. But it's when it's low power, you need the low jet working as well, and that's when it sort of goes and dies. But if you go and like rev it, it'll work. So I'm just fingers crossed this is going to solve the problem, because I've got 3 engines that could really do with it.
Is this what for your bike, Matt?
Fingers crossed.
Possibly also the bike as well. Maybe I'm going to take that carb off and clean that one too.
Hi, Neil.
All right, so you're going to do what? You're going to do your boat, your bike, and your car.
No, the 2 boat engines I got which need it, and the bike engine possibly. If that
Right.
doesn't work, the bike's going over to my mate. He can have a look because he's good with spotting things that are very obvious to him that don't seem very obvious to me. So, yeah. Are they diaphragm carburetors? Yes, they are. And I understand that sometimes the diaphragm can become either too loose or too stiff, because the diaphragm has to actually flutter when it's working. Yeah.
Matt, Mick.
It might be a bit of shit. It might be a bit of shit clogged in it. That'll clean it out though.
Hopefully. Yeah.
If it splutters all the time and you got the mixture right, there shouldn't be any problem unless there's a diaphragm's buggered or there's some shit in it.
Yeah. Clean that flashlight whilst you're at it. Bloody hell! I think I'd turn it into jelly if I put it in there. Be like screwing a jellyfish or something. The diaphragms can also split. Well, I'll have a very good look at the diaphragm when I take it out. I'll hold it up to a light and move it and see if I can spot any splits. Yeah.
Melissa, you need to get a cat chaser because it keeps the cat entertained and it will stop him running into places, or her, sorry, running into places she shouldn't. And it tires them out as well. So then you can actually do things. Carbon, not cat. Eh?
Yeah, well, we'll do our best. We'll see what we can do, because I mean, it's got to be. I mean, I've changed the fuel, changed the filter. I've checked it's pumping. It's pumping really well. You know, so the only real thing is electrics and carburetor. You know, it's like, well, I don't think it's the electrics because it starts really well, so it's got to be the carburetor. And there's two things: you clean it. If that don't work, you replace the diaphragm. If that doesn't work, replace the carburetor. You know, so
Dear.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, if it's not the carburetor, if it's not the diaphragm, it's got to be some shit in it. And if it ain't after that, it is going to be the carb itself, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're really close to getting the boat out, but the weather has not been brilliant, you know, of late.
Up and down, it's really really fucking annoying. 1 minute it's all dead sunny, the next minute it's absolutely throwing it down, and it's like, hang on.
Yeah. But we will try and get the boat out soon because we want to do some fun challenges and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since you've had your boat out, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Weather's been pants. Really has been bad.
Oh, it's shocking over the weekend.
5 years. This is a 4-stroke, by the way, but small engines. Look me up. We've emailed before. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if I can't get it working, I'll have a chat with you because, yeah, you know, maybe we can sort something out. Maybe I can drive it down. I don't want to take the engine off the boat because that's going to be more of a pain in the arse than anything else, really. So I'll probably just drive down. You know, if you choose to use degreaser in that, make sure it's aluminium friendly, otherwise it'll start etching the carb. Okay.
Yeah, just read that, didn't you?
Well, what I've got carb cleaner. So what I was thinking of doing is basically filling it up with carb cleaner and leaving it sit in a load of that, you know. And then whapping it in the ultrasonic and then seeing if it'll just kind of like bang, just knock it all out, any bits of crap. Yeah.
Bleeding hell, I hope you're alright.
Hopefully it's
Yeah, stored for winter fuel. Yeah, I know. The winter fuel I had been stored in a airtight container, so I don't know if that would help, but I think they do go off. So yeah, I did when I tried it last summer, I chucked all the fuel out, put brand new fuel in. It was running a bit better, but it was still clogged. You know, there's something is clogged somewhere. So But I've always wanted one of these, and I've like held off from getting one. But now, oh, that's right, yeah, I get an air compressor, yeah, exactly. And after you finish doing it, and it's all ultrasonic, and get an air compressor and put it on those little holes and blowing both ends to try and just get bits to fly out. Like, yeah, exactly. It's a block jet, but you know they're so fine you can't get anything through some of those jets. So.
You can buy different kits for them, can't you? Or replacement jets.
use gunk carb cleaner in the ultrasonic cleaner. I was wondering whether, I was looking for a product. There's something called Seafoam, which Americans recommend. Seafoam is really good, apparently.
Never heard of that.
But I'll have to see what we can get. Other people say really good thing is just put fuel. Just put fuel in the ultrasonic cleaner and just drop it in that, and that'll work its way through, because fuel is almost like a solvent. It's, very, it'll get through better than water. So
Yeah, I used thinners in me chemical bath, and the pump didn't like it. It melted.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit too strong. It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds it.
But what was clean came up nice. So
Sounds silly, Matt. I take it you check your fuel pump, your fuel pipes.
The fuel pipes are fine. The fuel pump is fine.
Yeah.
And the only thing I think it can be now is literally the carb.
You get a build up of crud in those pipes as well sometimes, don't you?
or is there a filter on it? In the tank. Like the old
There is,
bikes.
and it's been changed. Yeah, there's a fuel filter in the tank. There's a fuel filter before it goes into the pump, and then it's the carb. So they've been changed. So now it can only be the carb, I think, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
I've changed the spark plugs as well. Brand new spark plugs. So
I was going to say the next thing, have you done the spark plugs? But you're there already, son. There's not much else you can do.
Is it starting? Did you say?
Well, start's not a problem, and it'll go full pelt, but it's moving it just from neutral into gear, putting a little bit of load on the engine then, because it's starting to spin the props. So there's a little bit of load, and that makes you go die. But if you just go from neutral and just punch it, it goes okay. And then as you ride it for an hour or so, then it seems to sort of get better. So it's like it's clearing something out, but not clearing it enough.
Yeah, not clean it fully.
So it's not a sticky cable then?
No.
I know it sounds silly, but you know what I mean by a sticky cable, don't you? Where it's like, for some reason, it's just not happy with it, and it just sticks within the casing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Carb
adjustment screw maybe. Well, I'm not wanting to play with that adjustment because I'm not actually really good at working out what's working and what's not with that. So we'll have to see. And to be honest, it would have to be something I would have to do it in water, and not just a tank of water, because you get problems associated with a small confined space and using the propeller. It needs to be in a real environment doing that.
Yeah.
Whilst you're on the water.
Plus the drag of the boat and stuff. No, so it's got something to work against.
Yeah. So we shall see. I mean, that setting shouldn't need to be played with. If it's correct, it shouldn't need to be played with, and probably needs to be done by somebody that really knows by listening to it whether it sounds right or not. And
what we used to do, Matt, on the dirt bikes, and I know it's 2 strokes as well, same as 4 strokes, but on these actual screw, the airflow screw, you can actually mark it, with a little marker or something, or scratch a little mark on it, and then just turn it a quarter of a turn, either anti-clockwise or clockwise, and see whether that benefits. And then just count how far you turn it and make sure you turn it back the same.
Yeah. I've been all through the electrics as well. I've changed out wires, cleaned all the wires, and what was happening? I was getting an intermittent. The rev counter was sometimes worked, sometimes wouldn't. Now that works. So it's like there was a few little extra things that I've kind of gone through as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say check your ignition system, because if it's weak and it's under compression, it might not spark because it's compressed gas. If you know what I mean. It sounds daft, but if you've got a nice healthy kick when you touch a spark plug, that's normally a sign of it saying, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I think we're getting close, but I think the secret might be a good bloody ultrasonic clean. Yeah. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to dump a load of carb cleaner in it, and I did the other thing is spraying it in through the air intake a few times when I was running it as well, you know, and that's sort of supposed to help. But
That'll clear the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Could be anything though. I mean, it does sound like there's like some type of minute blockage in the jets or something.
it's in the jets, and unfortunately, you know, rather than you unscrewing the jets, and you can see that the jet is there, but it might be microscopically smaller than it's meant to be, but you can't get anything like a pin down there because it's so microfine. So and then some of it gets fed by little pipes that go through the car body itself. It's actually, you know, it goes in and round a corner and then up, you know, and things like that. You cannot get anything down those things. So the only way you can clean it is ultrasonically attacking it, you know, like that.
Have you tried really fine fishing line? Really fine, know what I mean? Because once it's in the jet, once you're pushing down on it, it's like a rod, and it won't flex because it's a tight fit, and it'll push whatever out. But also, it's not sharp either, so it won't scratch the barrel. Just a thought there, and you can get all different sizes or thicknesses, and some are even thin in your ear. You know what I mean?
Carb cleaner and an airline, yeah. I've been watching loads of videos on people who say they do it, and they're like, "Oh, spray the carb cleaner in, leave it for a bit, get a compressed air thing, just blow all the holes, all the intakes and everything, blow it all through." Yeah.
Yeah, even on the jets, there's holes on the side of the jet as well. I take it you check them, clean them out as well.
Well, that's it. But how can you get in round corners? Because those little holes go left angles, then point up, and they
No,
go
don't
all
mean
directions.
that. I mean the jets itself. You unscrew them right out, and then you got holes going sideways through it.
Yes, yeah, I've cleaned all of those in the past,
Yeah.
but I don't think the bit that's the big jet, you know, and you can get access to that one. But some of these like smaller jets, I think they're kind of like built into the body, you know,
Yeah.
they're not really
In the
removable.
casting, built into the casting. Yeah.
Yeah. I use a bristle wire strand from a wire brush. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'll have to have a look into that. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's not starving on higher revs, you see, it's just lower.
Yeah.
It's just as you go into gear, it coughs and goes off, you know, and it always, when I first had it, it was fine, you know, and you just put it into gear and it would just toodle you along, but it's always the low. So if you get into gear and go high, you know, then it's fine, but it just doesn't like those low, gentle, you know, levels. So yeah.
Doesn't like an idle screw.
Yeah.
I suppose once you cleaned it and jetted it out, if it's still doing it, the only thing really is to
That's
start
true.
fucking around with the screws.
Yeah. And I'm sure I'll be able to, for that engine, to be able to buy a new diaphragm rubber, which can also degrade with time. So
that's probably your best bet as well, though, because the diaphragms are a weird thing, because like they look all right, but you could have a pinhole in it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I obviously I've got like a hedge cutter and all that stuff, and a strimmer, and they use diaphragms as well. When you're going to put it in, I had one that didn't start. Thinking, why is it not starting? And I'm messing around with it. Realised it was a little diaphragm bit. I had to take it out, put a new one back in, and it had a pinhole in it in the end. It worked out.
Really?
It's so simple, but I was messing around with it for ages, thinking, oh, is it the mixer? It can't be this, can't be that. I took it all apart and then realised it was just a diaphragm.
Yeah, my son's bike was the same as his very first bike. It had like a strimmer motor in it, and it's one of them pull start things.
Yeah.
And a little bubble you got to press to pump the fuel through at first.
And that's what causes it, isn't it? That's the thing where you press it down with is basically your diaphragm.
No, that's not the diaphragm. That's just the suction pump. Yeah, primer.
Yeah.
Me servicing my son's bike, one of them pull start things. You know how hard they are, but this one pulls straight away. Had it tuned in, so everything's perfect. And the diaphragm is, instead of the actual what is it called? The sleeve or chamber that floats up and down when you accelerate. It's like that, but it works on pressure, if you know what I mean. As that lifts up, it sucks the rubber up, and then that sort of like increases the fuel through. It's a bit awkward to explain without a diagram, but
no, I know what you're saying.
And when I sold my son's bike, because he got a bigger bike, one with gears then. No, one with gears to learn his clutch. Sold it on, and then it got sold on, and one of the neighbours ended up with it. And said, oh, this used to be your son's, can you have a quick look? So I looked at it, opened up the carb, and like you say, the actual diaphragm inside was put in the wrong way, and when they clamped it, the actual pin got popped like you say, a little pinhole, and that's why it wouldn't run. So I told her to get a new carb or try and get a new diaphragm. The carb's only like, I think, £5 if that.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I've repaired all the, so I've repaired the holes in the boat, so it's holding air now. So it's just a case of get the engine and we're going, we're all
ready to rock and roll. It'd be cool to see you back on the water again. Will be.
Yeah. I take it's fresh fuel as well you put in.
You did say you emptied the dirty crap stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put some fresher fuel in it, but when I do this the cleaning the carb, I will be throwing that fuel out and completely fresh new fuel. Yeah, because effectively it has been standing now. Some of that fuel's been standing for about a year, which is not good. So
Is it
anything in it, couldn't it?
Is it a branded engine?
Yes, it's a Yamaha, so you could get parts for it, no problem.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You're giving her a wipe down. What are you doing to the cat?
Mick says, "Are you doing steepo, Matt?" Maybe if I can find the magic times when it's what they call the neap tide, which is the lowest fluctuations in tide, and if I can get the boat in the water, because it's very hard around Weston-super-Mare and whatnot to find a place where you can put the boat into water, right? If I can find a great place to just get it in the water without any aggro, then yes. But that's a very tricky stretch of water for a smaller boat. And, we had if you watch the video of us going to Flatholme, right, it doesn't look as bad as it was because we stabilized cameras, but I mean, them waves were right up there, So you've got a magic window between the tides going in and the tide coming out. You've got a 15-minute window. So you need to be in the water waiting, and then you time it, right? And you see then the tide stops. And it's like you've got to rip it across there and then get to the island when there's no big waves, get there. and do what you got to do. Trouble is, it's somewhere where there's not really anywhere to put the boat. You can't lift it; it's too heavy. The boat's too heavy to lift onto the shore. So therefore, it might be something that we have to do where I bring somebody along and say, "Look, you stay with the boat, right? And you make sure that the boat does not bang around and go anywhere, yeah. And we'll explore, and then I'll come back, stay with the boat. Then you go and explore, and then you've got to be back on time for this 15-minute window to rip it at high speed back across because it's violent waters in the River Severn. It's not fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Well, the thing is, the River Severn, especially around Barry and Cardiff, Barry has one of the highest tides in the world. The only
Really?
other place got,
Yeah.
yeah. The only place that's got higher tides is where they filmed Jaws. I think it's called Amity, right?
Yeah.
And that has the highest tides. So I mean, you're talking like 13 meters. The water goes up 13 meters. Yeah.
Shit.
And then it goes down 13 meters. Well, you imagine you're in an you're in the River Severn. It goes to a point, yeah. So when all that water rushes in to a point, it's churning as it's going upstream. It's churning, and then you get this little window where it stops, and it's all calm, and you can rip it across at high speed, yeah. But then after that 15-minute window, it starts going out again, and then it starts churning again.
Oh.
You can operate on it, but if your engine dies, you are getting thrown around, and you know, you ain't gonna paddle your way out of that one. It's going to be an emergency call, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
When we was at the fort, Grange Fort, the tide came up quite high on that, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's surprising. You think, oh, you know it's going to come in, but yeah, when it does come round you, it's getting higher and higher, and you just on the like a little rock thing. Fair enough, we could get higher up in the fort itself, but it seems a bit weird just coming up like that, and nothing you can do.
Is that Grange Fort we're talking about?
Yeah, the Grange Fort. Yeah.
The Grange Fort is probably about 2-3 meters. It comes up and down.
Yeah.
Imagine like in the River
10
Severn.
times that.
It's yeah.
Bloody hell.
So,
see, when I went there, I haven't put the video out, but when I went there with Ray and Steve, and because you can walk along it when the tide's out, as you know, and I was thinking, so how high does this go up? And you can see where the line, obviously where it goes up, and obviously when we've come out later on, but it comes in so quick as well. Like, as you probably seen from, I think, Ray or Steve, so I haven't put mine out. We were literally walking back, and within 2-3 minutes, there's no way you're going to get back out to that fort unless you swim. And I was amazed at how high it actually goes as well. So when it was like right in, where we were walking before, that was gone. It was just solid water all the way. So bloody hell.
well, people get caught out in Weston-super-Mare because the beach is very, very slow slant. It's a very slow slant on it. So when the water goes down, the water rushes out. It goes woof, and it's gone. And then people look at that, they walk up and they go, oh, look at the nice beach. And look, it's got all the sand goes all the way out. And they go walking right to the water edge. Yeah. And they go, isn't it great here in the water edge? And of course, it's muddy. So people get stuck in the mud and they can't walk out of it. And they have to send a hovercraft to pick them up. And it happens all the time. It's like nearly every day of the week, somebody is stuck in the mud. And they will not be able to make it back because they're walking in mud and they can't get back, and the waves will just go whoosh past you, you know. So they do say that even if you're running, the waves will come in quicker than you can run. There, it's that serious, and people don't understand at Weston-super-Mare. There's signs up saying warning, don't walk to the, don't walk out there. People still do it. Happens all the time, and people park their cars on the beach as well, which you can do, but they walk away, they go and do something else, they don't realize, and by the time they come back, they walk, the water's over the car, it's that serious.
Yeah.
Not got no sense, that's why.
When I said it's like 10 times that, I meant the place in America, Like you say, 30 meters is it? You said. Yeah.
Amityville.
Yeah, that
It's absolutely
place.
crazy, though, isn't it? I mean, like at Grange, you've got like it goes out, everything's a bit muddy, and you're walking along this cobbled path, for want of a better word, and you're like the land bridge.
What's left of it?
Yeah, what's left of it? You're walking, and then you obviously you climb up that ladder, which has been there forever, and then we walked around the outside, and you could see it, even though it was right out. It was still. It had changed. It started coming in, and when we were walking round, you could see it was coming in quite quick. We really had to time it to get out.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, we're all right, and then you suddenly realise, no, you got to go. You literally just got to go, because otherwise you're not going to get off it.
Yeah. Oh dear.
It
Yeah,
came in.
I mean,
Sorry, I think it came in slow, didn't it, when we was there the first time? When I was there and you was there and everyone else. I think it came in slow and went out really fast.
Mate, it was. I don't know about that. I mean, like when I went, it was out. It was basically out already, but it was like really came in quick. I mean, I think it takes about 10-15 minutes to get back, and we were walking, and I looked it back. I was filming it back, and I think we've been going about 5 minutes, and we couldn't walk back from where we were. There's no way you could have gone back over to the fort. Because Steve didn't take his boots with him, the silly boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I'm like, I've got my boots on. It might be coming up to the top of my boots, but I'm not getting wet.
Yeah. I think it all depends on the year and the season, whether it comes in or out or fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And also catching the tide at the right time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we went out there and the tide was going out, and I think it was right out when we got there, and then it just started to come back. So we had enough time to walk around and get back safely, as it were.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just timed it in time, sort of thing.
Literally it was time, which is surprising, to be fair.
Yeah, Sully Island is another one, because that's where I used to live, near Barry. Sully is just down the way. And there's an island, and it's got a little causeway of rocks, so that when the water goes out, you can walk that causeway, but it's rocky. So you think, oh, the island's only there. You know, it's really close. You can see it, yeah. But once you try to walk it, the rocks are slippy, and you've got to take your time. And you realise to get to the island is not as quick as you think. It's right there, but to walk from there to there takes quite a bit of time. And they have a light system on the shore, and it's literally like, don't attempt it now, because the water's going to come in and get you, you know. And it's like, when it's on green, if you're quick, don't mess about. If you're quick, you can get over there. But if you get stuck over there, you've got to wait 6 hours till the water goes out before you can walk back.
Yeah. Just notice, wee man's in the house there.
He is. Long time.
Yeah. It is, yeah. Cool. Alright, yeah, I remember him snoring that night. Bleeding hell. The old fort shook. And that wasn't the water coming up against the walls, it was his snoring.
There's a lot of people do that fort, don't they? Because when we went,
Yeah, bless him.
When we went, there was about 4 other people there. They were staying the night as well.
Yeah.
They had all their deck chairs out, which was quite funny. Just watching everyone trying to get back.
It is really good to do. I mean, if anybody's never done it, I would recommend it, because it's doable, you know, but you've got to check the tide times, you know. And when you see the tide is going out, that's your time to walk across. You don't start to walk across when the tide's coming in. You've got to time it so that the tide's going out. Now walk out, climb up, do what you got to do, you know, because you'll be up there looking around, and the tide will be on its way back in. You know, sort of, you've got to be really careful about the time you choose.
And if you do go out there, as soon as you see that just starting to lap at the base of it, like at the right back of the fort, that's the time you get off. because otherwise you're gonna be in a world of pain for a few hours till you can get back.
Yeah. And did you notice as well that they put concrete? That's the causeway that you walk on is a concrete pathway, and if you step off the edge with your wellies on, just to see what that mud's like,
Yeah.
you'd be well over your knee. You know what I mean? It's like you could easily sink. So you don't want to be in a situation where the water's lapping around your feet or up to your knees, and you can't work out where the causeway is because it's like, you're kind of blindly walking, hoping you stay on the causeway, and you'll probably be stepping off and having to like step back to the right and step back to the left. I mean, that would be quite scary. So I wouldn't play around if you don't bother checking your tide times.
No, like you said, we strayed off the path, and like you say, it was like really sinky. We're like, yeah, let's stick to this path.
Mate, I was in a straight line. I was going, I'm not coming off this. I don't care what happens. I'm not coming off it.
Yeah, but like Matt's saying, if the tide comes up, you can't see that path at all. You're knackered. If you got to swim back and hope what you can beat the current. If not, you're knackered, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's not like it just comes in like horizontal, as it were. It flows around everything. So you think, oh, I'm all right here, and then you suddenly realise it's lapping at your feet. You're like, oh shit, I've got to move here.
Nan's got it wrong there. She's saying. Bleeding hell.
Got it wrong, and embarrassingly, we survived. Yeah, I tell you, one of the most sketchy ones. If anybody wants to do it, one of the most sketchy ones is on the Isle of Wight. It's called St. Helens Fort. It's one of the smaller ones. It's the smallest fort out of them all, and it's the closest one to the Isle of Wight. And I think it's probably St. Helens Village, but they call it the St. Helens Fort. Now, there's a causeway there, but it's very, very hard to spot. And if you look on Google Maps, you can kind of see it when you can kind of see like a little line. Now, that is only when the tide is low, you can attempt it. However, the real time that you're supposed to do it is, again, when it's what we call the neap tide, which means, the tides come up really high and low, and I can't remember what that's called, but the neap tide is when it's the lowest. So the tide's coming up and down the lowest. And there's a certain time and day of the year, and if you go out there in the morning, crack of dawn sort of thing, when the tide is going out, you can see it on the shore. You can actually see the causeway, but then you have to go into the water. It will never go out enough, so you have to have waders. But you can walk, and it come up to your waist in waders, but you can walk all the way to the fort. Yeah, then you can stay on there for a bit, wait for the tide to come back out, to go back out again, and then you can walk your way back. So you can do it in a day, but you've got to start really early in the day, and come out when the tide's back out again. But the best time is you need to look for the neap, N-E-A-P, neap tide. Yeah. And you can actually walk from St. Helens out to that fort. And of course, we've done it by boat, so we don't have to worry so much. But like, there are people who do it every year. There's a lot of people, villagers and locals and explorers will go for that walk and do the walk. But that's a scientific, gotta get it right one,
Yeah. Good night, Dreaded.
Night, Dreaded. Take care.
Well, Dreaded.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep, much appreciated.
It's an experience walking out and walking back again and making sure you don't get hit by the tide.
Yeah.
You know that place in Weston-super-Mare? There's the Burnbeck Pier. It has a very old pier that goes out to the island. There's a little island called Burnbeck Island, and there's this really rickety old pier. Now, we walked across the wooden planks, that are on there, but there's only a very thin strip of wooden planks which were put in there by the RNLI because they were using the lifeboat station out there. And we went over there at night, and when we came back, the police were there thinking that we were trying to commit suicide because they're like, why would anybody walk across that?
Oh, is that place? Yeah.
Yeah. So now that has collapsed to the point where you cannot walk across those boards anymore because that's how dangerous it was. But here's the thing. again, the tide goes out, it reveals a beach and rocks, and you can walk across.
Nice.
But the severity and the quickness of the tide coming in there is so severe that people are walking back across and they can't make it. So the only option they've got is to run up to the rungs of the pier and hold on. And the current that's coming through there is so severe, you can see the water's going whoosh past you. So
Yeah.
if you drop into that water, you'd be swept away. And within 10 minutes, you'd be half a mile away, you know?
Yeah, riptide.
So you that's how severe it is. So people have clung on, and the the RNLI or the hovercraft will come out, and you have to jump on the hovercraft, and they'll take you in. It's quite serious. It's caught a lot of people out. There's videos of people caught on that thing. I'll see if I can find one for you now, because you see how sketchy it is, and you realize, like, I mean, you shouldn't fuck around with these things unless you're really taking care with the time of the tides. But I'll see if I can find it for you now.
Yeah, that explorer, the blind explorer, went and did it somehow. God knows how he did that. Yeah, if you all remember him, yeah, you know what we're all talking about. I think he changed his name in the end.
Yeah, I found it. Let me see if I can. Bring this up.
Starting to restore it this year, they're saying, Matt.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool. Oh shit.
Right, here we go. I will bring it up for you now. Right, if this should teach you a lesson about treating the sea with respect and doing research before, because this is exactly what happens to a lot of people. Around, especially around the River Severn, where the tides are so high. But
1 second, who's that question for, mate?
I think that'd be to you, wouldn't it? Well, you both do members, don't you?
Yeah.
He wants to know, is it? Well, we could both answer it, I suppose. Have you got any videos coming out soon on members?
We've got any? It's coming out. Well, I put out 2 out this week, and I'll probably try and get another one out this week as well, but no promises.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I put 3 out this week. Although they were fail explores, they're still interesting, because I mean, I like to show people that you don't always get in everywhere. But I have filmed one tonight, but I can't put that even out for members for a fortnight, because I promised the person I wouldn't. He wants to do some stuff, so I'm not going to put that out just yet. But I have got another one coming. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you little shit.
Let's get back to this, what we was doing. Sorry, Matt.
Right, here we are then. Right, check this out. This is why you don't bugger about. Okay. So there's the island with the pier.
Whoa. Oh dear.
Is that right near the island itself? It isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bleeding hell.
I've seen it much deeper than that, and you'll see within minutes, it'll be getting higher and higher and higher.
Wow.
I mean, that, to be honest,
It's up to the knees there, really, aren't they?
I've seen it higher than that in some videos. I've seen them literally, like,
You can see the flow of it coming in, can't you?
you can see the current. I mean, they would have been better off walking back to the island, to be honest. At the moment you realise the problem, go back,
And wait it out, yeah.
Yeah. Look at him with his bling bloody yeah. It's like, I'm so cool, I had to get rescued. I don't think that's the worst one. I've seen one that's worse than that. I'll see if I can find that one for you. But this happens a lot more frequently than you would be aware. That's why they've got a permanent lifeboat station at Weston-super-Mare, because this happens all the time.
It's pretty bad, that. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if I can find a better one.
You'd have to go back to the island, wouldn't you? You'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it brought about memories out of me getting flushed away nearly. No, the current against my legs.
In
That's
the
virtually about the same height, yeah. But saying that, suppose it might have been a bit more forceful in mine because just in the
drain.
tube, yeah, in the tube, aren't you aware? That's like you see, maybe
Yeah,
not
it's
as
all like
much.
one area, so it's going to be pushing more against you, whereas
Yeah.
that's more spread out, even though it's stronger. And it's
Yeah.
more
It's mental in that
natural,
tube. But
see.
when you're in that tube, well, that system there, that's mental. That is, because you can hear the rush, can't you, as well? And you're just like, run. Fucking hell.
That's the other thing you could do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's like it was all quite calm, and then like you just see the water sort of rise a little bit, and you can hear it, and then you just like, shit, we got to go.
Yeah.
It's fucking nightmare.
But
Yeah.
saying that, quite have easily just turned round as that came towards us and turned back and missed it. Know what I mean? And we could have even got even further deeper in trouble and water
Yes.
if we missed it.
I've got to go back to that one I did because I still don't know where it goes, and I've got to find out.
Let me put you back.
People
Yeah.
keep asking me where it goes. I'm like, but I've got to make sure that the weather's nice and clear. We've had no rain for a month or so, and then I'm going to do it because I go in where it starts, but you don't know, do you? If you have a massive bad downfall, all of a sudden you're screwed, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Like, even if you get to a manhole and the water keeps coming up and that manhole won't lift up, you can get crushed in there, you know what I mean? The water pressure can crush against the lid and then drown you. And even sometimes with the water pressure can lift the lids up off the actual manhole itself.
I'm gonna do it in the summer when we've had like probably about a month or so with no rain. I'm going to go down there and have another look.
You're in the wrong
Yep.
country for that. It never bloody stops raining.
Yeah. So I got another video here for you, which shows what happens if you're walking across the beach bit and you think, oh, I'll just run and I'll get hold of those pier things. I'll just grab onto the pier, but you can't make it because the water pushes you away, and it comes so fast you'll never swim. You'll be swimming and swimming and swimming. You won't be getting anywhere because of the currents. So there's another one here. Watch this now.
There's two up there.
Western Lifeboat, Western 04, over.
Western 04, Western Lifeboat. Go ahead, over.
Can you see me up on the side waving my arms?
Whereabouts are you, over?
Straight ahead of you, over.
Yeah, got him.
And I am directly in line with the casualties, approximately 100 metres off the shore, over.
It's not easy for them to spot you when you're in the water because you're so small.
Yeah. Because the waves, like you say, coming up and down.
Look how far they've come away from the pier, and they're just getting moved and moved and moved further and further and further away.
Wow.
See how far they've come?
Wow, yeah.
And that water's rough. It's turbulent.
Right, we're gonna go
See how far they are away from the pier?
Yeah.
Look, and there's two of them.
Two of them. Yeah.
Come towards the boat. Hold on my hand. Right. Okay. What I want you to do, turn around for me. Turn around so you've got your round with me. Turn around, please. Turn you around so your back's to us, okay? Now this way. That's all right, I got it. Right. I need to put an arm underneath you. Yeah. We're going to need another arm. Right. Are you ready? Ready. 1, 2, 3. Up she comes. Right. Okay. Right. Right. I need you to move over slightly. Right. Take it steady. Right. Right. I'm going to lift you up.
Look, he's got a. They weren't in there swimming for fun. Look, he's got a backpack on. They were out there looking at the pier.
I'm not going to lose it. I've got you. Okay. Right. We need you to take your bag off. We're not going to be able to pull you in properly with it on. Okay? Right. One arm. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you still. Don't worry. Right. Pass me the bag. Pass me the bag. Right.
Fucking hell.
That's it. Right. Turn round. Okay. Just let your arm go backwards. Keep coming back. I got a dodgy shoulder. You got a dodgy shoulder? Yeah. Grab his one spot. Yeah. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, what
You must admit they do a good job, but at that, but also they're doing other jobs over somewhere else where you shouldn't be doing. If you know what I mean. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
I've got a question here. Allow you to do any new explores, Will? Yeah, hopefully. I've got a private tour coming up soon. On the members only, I've done a little video of a drone footage of something, and I'm getting a private tour of that place, and then doing a big story. Well, not a big story, but a documentary film of it. So that's something in the pipeline I'm working on.
Yeah, Explore Norfolk says most of my family around here are lifeboat crews. Do you know what? I could not believe the current when we went out to Nab Tower, which is 6 miles offshore, right? And it took us half an hour, 45 minutes at full speed to get there, and then I was told off because it's illegal for you to tie on to a life buoy or a lighthouse or anything like that. It's illegal. I didn't know that. So we got there. I got Steve off, threw him the rope, and we tied the rope on, and then the boat went off into the current. Yeah.
Oh.
And when it came to pulling that boat back to get back on it, I could not pull the boat because it was like that, and I had to literally dig myself in, and I had to go and just a little bit, and then just pulling it like that, and it took every bit of energy I had to pull the boat back so we could jump on it. I mean, I've never had to pull something so hard in my life because that's how strong the currents were. And if that rope had gone ding and just cut, right, that boat would have been off at 10 miles an hour, like that, because it's a 10-mile-an-hour current. So you imagine it's just like bye boat, bye.
Yeah.
And it's going to take them half an hour for an RNLI minimum to get out to you. So by the time they get to you, you could probably work out in a straight line which way the boat's gone, but you're going to have to go and look for that boat, and it's going to be in an hour. It's going to be 10 miles away. It's 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That boat's going to be 10 miles away. You almost say goodbye to the boat. It's that serious. You just don't realize until you've actually experienced it just how crazy it is.
Yeah, I'd say the answer means, what do you call it? Yeah, it means something else. Craziest, place I've been. I'd say probably that storm drain is the scariest one because I actually thought I was going to lose my life. And another one is Calf Caves was another scary one because they took my son there and I was scared of him falling down the actual cliff inside the cave. Yeah, we had ladders though, but yeah, that's the two scariest places I think I've done. I've done the bomb store as well. Lambaris bomb store, what Matt's done recently.
Yeah.
And that was, I wouldn't say scary, it's more weird with the cult going on doing a satanic ritual in there. But I wasn't really scared of that, you know what I mean? But yeah, since doing... Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's weird, mad place. But yeah, doing YouTube has got me into different places and different situations and stuff like that. I got caught coming out of somewhere once, and basically saying, "Oh, you're a criminal," and this and that, and I was like saying, "What have we done wrong?" And he said, "Oh, we got ourselves a couple of trespassers." I says, "That's better," and just walked off basically. Know what I mean? Because hopefully we didn't do that wrong. The place was open. We filmed everything as we went in and how we found it. But yeah, someone did ask me whether you've ever been caught. I said no, but that would slip my mind. But yeah, there's been so many places that I've not even filmed, or places I've filmed and not put out yet. I've just got loads, and some of them it's like, is it really worth putting out now? Because the quality might not be up to scratch as it used to be, or as it is now. Also, what I've noticed recently is my camera's not been in the right setting. It's been more of a holding your phone setting, where no, like move it about, and it's not the gimbal built in smooth. So I've just reset that setting now. So hopefully the pictures look more smoother. But like you say, with that one, Matt, it tends to point to the left or to the right sometimes if you're not careful. You've got to keep resetting it. But yeah, that's my answers about the adventures. That's it. Not answers, adventures. I think you meant there to say. Yeah. But you've had quite a few experiences as well.
What?
Eh?
Getting caught in places.
Well, scary things, and like nearly losing your life, or just things that you remember. Like that time you fell down and twisted your ankle, and that other time you sliced your ankle. That could have killed you if it hit the main artery and couldn't stop it bleeding.
Yeah. And I mean, there was stuff I did when I was a kid. I started climbing up this like grass bank, but it was sort of like that type of angle. But then as I started getting nearer the top, it started getting steeper, and then it started getting rocks. And I'm like, I was thinking, I'm shitting myself here, because it was like a big old drop, you know. And I'm like, but I can't go back. Going back is going to be harder than going up, because going up you can see what you're doing, but when you're going down you're not really seeing what you're doing. So I just kept going, and it started to get vertical, and I'm climbing up like rock, holding on, you know. And it was like I honestly, I was in my head, I was saying, I'm going to die here. I'm going to die here. This is it. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
This is going to go well, you know. And I'm not afraid to tell you something that is a bit. It makes me blush a bit to say this, but I was actually saying, if there's anyone out there, you know, like fucking looking after me, fucking get me out of this, please. I was begging God at that point for fucking help as a kid. I'm not afraid to say that I fucking, in those situations you start fucking asking for help. Right, so yeah.
Exactly. I was like panicking myself in that tunnel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got to try and keep you calm, and and not panic too much. But it's not. It says it saying it is easy, but trying to do it actual. Yeah, it's dodgy. Well, what about you, John? Any life-threatening things or near misses?
Not what, touch wood, I say. Wood where not whilst I've been exploring so far. I mean, there's been a few bits, like when I went to Dover, I think, when we had that rock thrown at us. Well, off the cliff, you remember that? And as I was there with, was it Vacan was next to me, and I actually said to him, I said, because we'd already known there's someone threw something down, and we're like, I said, like, move out of the way, because like it come down, and then next thing you know, bang, I'm like, shit, we were just literally just standing there.
Yeah.
That was
probably small either, were they? Quite big.
No, they were fucking they were big. I mean, you know, you get
Right, well, man.
it's a cliff face. You know, you're going to get rocks come down now and then, but that wasn't naturally fallen. That was thrown. I mean, all of us knew that was thrown. Well, the angle it hits down, and you just hear it on the video. It just ding up, and like about literally a minute or so before Vacant was standing there.
Yeah. Good night, Rob. All the
They were
best.
coming down thick and fast. And the thing is, I know that the people who were up there probably thought it was like funny, but they didn't realize there's people underneath. They were probably like, "Oh, look, it's a cliff," and all they could see was the sea.
Yeah,
They're throwing, and it's just going down. You know, it's not going out towards the sea. It's never will. It's going to go down, and it was coming down by us, and they were just going, "Oh, look, rocks, throwing rocks, throwing rocks." Throwing rocks, thinking it's really funny, and we're going like fucking hell underneath, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say also the when we were in the castle, the tunnels, Matt, I got spooked, and I'm not, you know, I can climb. I'm not bothered with it. It doesn't bother me. I'll just go down the ladder. But seeing Steve, he was on your rope ladder.
Yeah.
And he sort of. He didn't misstep it. I think it just twisted on the ladder, didn't it?
Oh yeah. That one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, well, he went, "Oh, are you going to go first or me?" I went, "No, you go down. I'll be all right. I'll go down in a second." And then I saw him, and as he went down, he twisted, and I'm like, "Fuck that!" I was tired. It's early morning. I'm like, "No, I'm going to give that one a pass because guaranteed, if I do it, it's going to happen. I'm not having that. I'm not having that on anybody's fucking conscience." But yeah, that spooked me, which was unusual. But like, it was a bit of a lesson. Like, you need to trust your instincts. You know, don't just do it for the sheer hell of it because your mates are doing it. If you feel you can't do it because of whatever reason, there's no animosity. No one gives a shit. Fine, you just didn't do it. That was it.
Exactly.
I mean, the piss or anything. It was just like, yep, that's fair enough. We'll see you in a minute. I kick myself for not doing it, but there's always another day.
Yeah, I've took people on places and they went, "No, that's it, not going any further," and we actually went further.
Yeah,
as well.
I've gone further when other people haven't, but there's.
Yeah.
I mean that sort of taught me. I'm like, yeah, but listen to your instincts, get it done. The people you're with aren't going to take the piss because we're all in the same situation a lot of the time, aren't we? We either all get it done, or some of us might not do it, or some of us will. It's all part of it.
Yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, it's good to have a laugh with them and say, "Oh, come on, let's do it." Know what I mean? But when you can see it really in the face and they don't want to, you can say, "Right, okay, not what I mean. Just don't push it too much." Know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like last couple of days, I've been feeling a bit down, to be perfectly honest. I've been like, oh, fucking a couple of little stupid things have been bothering me. Yeah. So I went out and did an explore tonight on my own because Mick Spanner told me there was something, and I went, "I've been wanting to do that for years." And he went, "Well, it's open." I was like, "Right, I'm coming." Bang. And the thing is, it's like doing something like that, but doing it to the level that you can handle it is actually it makes you it like cancels out your problems. Like, because I mean, I get anxiety, panic attacks, do suffer with a bit of depression from time to time.
Yeah.
It's like, but getting out just like whoosh, just clears that out. And another thing that used to do that for me as well, like if you're feeling down, when I used to have an aircraft, go and fly the aircraft. Because I tell you what, nothing matters after that. I'm like, I could take on the world then. I'm like, yeah, it's like you gotta do something to take yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, and then you feel so much better. It's like sitting in the house feeling sorry for yourself. It's not a good recipe for your mental health. If you've got mental health problems, find something you really like doing, and when you're feeling down, force yourself to go out and do it. Because it fixes a lot of stuff. Even walking, they do say go for a walk. Like if I'm feeling a bit like grumpy or some shit pissing me off, I take the dog for a walk, because it's just that walking, and then I come back then and I'm like, right, I can do something now. Whereas prior to doing that, I'd be like, oh, I need to do this stuff. I need to do it, but I can't face it today. I really can't face it. Can't face writing letters. I can't face making a call. Like, and I just go, all right, then I'll just stick some TV thing on, like, I'll go and watch some Star Trek or something, and then I just fall asleep. And you wake up and it's dark and you've wasted the day, and just try and force yourself to get out, because it is good for your mental health.
Yeah, that's why I left the comment up there. I was going to say the same thing. Even if you don't go to buildings or anything like that, or if you've got suicidal thoughts, don't go to dodgy places where you think, oh, if this happens, that's it, game over. Don't go to them places. Go to, like, round town. Because what did I see the other day? Like I say, a bit of plastic on the wall screwed to the wall. Turned out to be like a mosaic. You know what I mean? And that was quite good. But obviously, when you're walking about as well as interacting with people, like you're saying about the guy littering, I weren't nasty with him or abusive with him or nothing, you know what I mean? And he weren't with me. He had a little bit of snotty attitude, asking him out why am I butting in. But obviously, when I explained and said, oh, come on, we'll get rid of it for you or whatever, sort it out. You know what I mean? It's just how you approach people. But if you are feeling really down in the dumps, just don't go to any high places or anything like that. Simple as. Just get out, mingle with people, interact, and more people you talk to, even just say alright as you walk past, you know what I mean? It cheers you up, and they smile at you, you smile at them. So just get out if you're feeling depressed and stuff like that. I know it's hard, and you don't got no motivation at times, but get out there. And why files? Good night, mate.
Yeah, Andy Simkin, he said, I did a glider flight 2 weeks ago. Absolutely amazing experience. It is. It's like, it's godlike flying in a glider, because it's so quiet, And you do feel some bumps every once in a while, but that's all the thermals. You feel a little bit of bumping and things. But once you get used to that, it's fine. But it's just so tranquil. It's so tranquil. But, if you haven't got a glider place, it's going to cost you about 100 quid. Go and get your first trial lesson in an aircraft, Doesn't mean you're going to follow it through and become a pilot. Just go and have a trial lesson, And they'll say, right, we're going out, and you're going to get a go on the controls. And they go, right, so this is what we're doing, right, ready, go and do this, and it's like, right, grab hold of the stick and see what it does, and you're in control. And I tell you what, the buzz that you will get, right, it's better than any drug I've ever taken. The buzz from flying is better than any drug. I mean, I can see why some people do the base jumping and things like that. That's like an ultra drug. These people are like next level ultra drug. But go and do something like that. Even I tell you what was really good fun. Go-kart racing. It's a buzz. It's a brilliant buzz. It's quite safe. It's quite safe, because you're on the ground, but it's just a buzz because it's so fast. It's so it's you've got so much you've got to do, and it's competitive, and it's like you'll be buzzed up. 15 minutes of go-kart racing, you'll get off and you feel like you've been running for an hour. You'll be like, whoa. You'll be like, whoa. You don't need much more than 15 minutes. It's more than your body can take because of the G-forces you're feeling going around the corners and everything. It's like, your neck will be hurting because your head's being pulled around. It's like your head will be hurting. It's full on.
Yeah.
It's a lot like when you go out exploring as well. Like, not every place you get in, and sometimes you have a big bum deal and go, fucking hell, nothing went right. But when you get into these places, it's a rush. For me, I love it. I'm just like, fucking hell, look at it. Things you don't see. Other people don't see it, and sometimes you just come across things people ain't seen for years. And then, and because you filmed it, you can look at it again and you can show it to other people. You put it on YouTube, and other people have that, other people will look at it and go, "Wow, look at this."
Share
You know,
the experience.
it's just a buzz, isn't it? Really. I mean, we've been to places and like you can't get in. You think, "Oh shit," you know. Bit of a doubt. On to the next one. Off we go. Go to the next one, and you get in, and you're like, "Wait, here we go."
Yeah.
It's not all smiles, and what you see on camera isn't everything. You know, not everything. There's a lot of work behind it, but it's worth it in the end.
See you later, mate.
Ta-ra,
Yeah.
mate.
Tez, I got to be honest, mate. You see me, I'm scared shitless of heights. When I go to the edge of a building and look over the edge, my brain goes, whoa, I get vertigo, and I'm like, whoa. I think there's no reason I'm going to fall off, but my brain is going, whoa, get back from this shit, get back. You know,
Yeah.
my brains won't have it. But I got a pilot's license, right? And all I can tell you is that flying an aircraft is totally different to standing on the edge of a cliff looking off, or standing on the edge of a building looking off. It's totally different. And once you get your hands on the controls and you go like, oh, that's what it does, and you feel that you've actually flown the aircraft, you've done it, like, you know, you'll start to enjoy it. It does take a while for you to get out of this. Like there's like a fuzz where you get when you first start flying. There's like a fuzz where you're not really taking it all in because it's overwhelming. It's like you're sort of like, whoa, and then like if you do it a few times, then that fuzz disappears, and then suddenly you concentrate and you see what's going on more. You understand what you're doing and how it's controlling things, and then you're not afraid of it after that. You know, you really aren't afraid. But the first time is going to be like overwhelming, serotonin, adrenaline. It's all going to be there, but then it will click. You know, it will click.
I'll tell you what I do like is when we go into like underground stuff, like, you know, go into the tunnels and stuff, especially like at the Fort Gray, there's some and some other bits and pieces. Like you squeeze through a hole and you're thinking, fucking hell, this is a bit dodgy, you know, I don't want to get stuck here. But when you get into it and it opens up and you're like, okay, what we got now? And that's just mad, proper holes.
Proper tight
Always
hole,
good to get into a dark hole, Melissa.
Oh God, no, not that. And I'd funny that.
Proper moist.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a video the other day on YouTube. What was it called, Melissa? They dropped the camera down Mel's hole. Yeah. They dropped the camera down Mel's hole and it surprised you, it said.
Yeah,
I think the title was.
found one saying it was something like drop into Mel's hole, you'd be surprised what you find, or something like that.
Oh my day.
Yeah.
I haven't been in there before.
I'll tell you what, that place.
Check it out on YouTube. Just type it in and see what comes up. It's funny. When I seen it, I thought, oh, that's definitely Melissa. I've got to send her that.
That place looks proper scary, though. That's the thing. That's what makes me laugh.
What my
like, what?
I used to say to people who were a little bit more au fait with the flying thing, I was like, you know, because a lot of people don't like it when it's their first time. If you do a steep bank, and even if you're only like just going like this, they think that's like like you're going on your side. It's not. You're just like that. And you say, like, you know, there's going to be some unusual angles we're going to do here when we come into land. Like I'm going to crab, which is weird, you know, crab with the nose down. So the nose is very much down like that, but you're not just flying straight, you're flying sideways. So the runway's coming at you, but you're not facing it. You're flying sideways towards with the wing down. The wing is down, the aircraft sideways, and you're flying straight. It's because of the wind. So you have to do that, and you lose a lot of height. So instead of just like coming down gently, you drop like a stone. You drop like a stone. You're like, woof, you're coming right down. And then just when you need to, you correct it and go straight in. Now that flips a lot of people out. So I just say, look, you know, what I'm about to do is going to look really weird and it's going to feel uncomfortable, but it's perfectly safe. I do it all the time, right? So just don't worry about it. Yeah. But some people, if they were up there and I give them a go on the controls, And I'd say, right, you got full control. I say you can pull the stick as hard as you want. If you do it, if you get into a situation, I'll get you out of it. Don't worry. So they start pulling the stick and they just go really gently, go like that, and they go, woo. And then they go, yeah, push it forward. They go, woo. And I say, right, pull it harder. And they go, woo. And then they feel the G. They get sucked into their seat. And I'm like, yeah, right. I say, push it the other way. No. And I said, get ready for this. Yeah. So push it. Go on, push it. And they push it forward. And then they go, ah. They come out and they're feeling 0 G. They're like, ah. And then the straps are holding them. Like, all right. But you can speed the aircraft up, go up, and then go over the top. And they're like, ah, and it's like, it's perfectly safe, but it's something you've never really experienced before. So it does fuck with your head. Like, people are like, when they come out, they're like, oh my God. But I wouldn't do that for everybody, because a lot of people, they can't really handle that, so.
Oh no, I don't do anything like that, mate.
Yeah.
I don't mind heights or anything. Yeah, like.
That's why I used to like my dirt bikes, going out on my dirt bikes. Because once you've been out on your dirt bike, like you say, you get the adrenaline rush and you start aching left, right, and centre, and muscles that you didn't even know you had. You know what I mean? And then when you feel all that, it's like you've been to the gym basically, and you think, yeah, what a great day.
Liam, piss off.
So when I did banger racing, we did that, and like the first time I got into the car, like. Yeah, you get all the straps in. It's all fine. And I was poodling along, getting up to speed, and I've never done it before. And then obviously someone then spanks you in the car, and as soon as that happens, you're like, I've got to fucking speed up. But the not the worst thing, but the thing I found very weird is when I rolled it, and I rolled the car about 7-8 times, and literally you just see ground sky. But it is an adrenaline rush, because I ended up upside down. I'm hanging there like that, and you're a bit like beaten and battered, but you've got your helmet on and you're all like that. And I just remember this big fat guy who was like one of the marshals, and he's like this, going, looking at Dan, you're right. I'll just put my thumbs up to him, and yeah, I'm all right. That's it. It's like, yeah. But yeah, it's an experience, but you've got to be able to sort of go, well, let it flow, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And I've had people go, well, why did you do that? Why would you do banger racing? Why do you do boxing? Because it's there to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to go with it though. No, like you say, one race or something.
Mate, that was my best race, right? And I was first, and then the geezer took me out. Like he hit me as I went round the right hand side. He hit me on the left. And I literally just went over. So he just wiped me out, and I rolled. And like I remember them sort of going, "Oh, they've taken the lead," and that was it. I don't remember much more else other than sort of flipping over.
Mum and Auntie, what's crabbing?
Hey, Steve. I was going to say, it wasn't April the 1st, was it? And the pilot was having a laugh with you.
I tell you what was weird, that bloody lawnmower racing, right? It sounds like a joke.
That was funny.
It sounds like a joke, because it's like lawnmowers. It's like they don't go fast. Oh, yeah, they
do.
50, 60 miles an hour. Yeah, they do.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And
So much
the funny thing is, like, as opposed to go-kart racing, where you're down very low, so the chances of you hitting something and flipping are quite remote, But in a bloody mower, it's thin, it's small, it's thin, and you're sitting up here like that. So you're going around the corners. You're having to lean to stop the mower going over, and it's like, and you're skidding every time you turn the wheel. It's a skidding, and you're trying to skid, and it's like that the whole way around. I mean, it's like, I'm thinking, if I came off this now, if I flip this, it's going to be messy.
Gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, well worth. It's a good giggle. I can see why people do it, but I classed it as quite an extreme sport, because the amount of vibration going through your spine and your hands, the whole steering column is shaking so badly that you can't hold it. You cannot grip it, because if you grip it, that amount, it'll wreck your wrists and wreck your hands. So what you have to do is you have to let go and let it bounce bounce around inside the sort of grip you've got, because this is acting like your shock absorbers. Your hands not gripping it properly are acting like a shock absorber. So you've got to not grip it, let it go like this, and go like this. It's like bloody crazy.
Screen. It looks
Yeah.
like he's having a fucking fit.
And do that for 2 hours. And some people, they do 16, 18-hour races
What?
straight through at night on a mower. 18 hours of that.
Jesus.
Well, they can't
Yeah.
even cut your lawn.
No.
Remember the time I had a Honda MTX 125. Even if you know what that is, what type of bike it is, it's like a dirt trial bike. And they just rebuilt the engine and worn it in and testing it out, and it was pretty nippy. No, it had a bit more boost because we overboard the piston slightly. So we worn it in and was going across this field, and just I was on it and just went across this field, but there's like a couple of bumps like that. Must have been about 10 of them all together, but you couldn't see them. It just looked like a green football pitch. Wow, I hit that and my accelerator came back and it was pinned. I couldn't push it forward because it was just pulling me back, and each time I went over a bump, it's pulling me back even more and more. So managed to get over these bumps like that, eased it off then. So I told my mate, go across there, pin it, but be careful. Why? I said, just go and do it. It done it. It was like, came back white. It says, I couldn't stop.
Did I like that?
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like quad bikes.
I'm
Have you
sorry.
ever used a quad bike?
Hey?
Have you ever used a quad bike?
I've not been on.
Oh,
a quad.
yeah. Yeah.
Mate, if you ever get a chance to go on a quad bike, right, be very
Oh, the
careful,
quad bikes are
but
brilliant. You don't
have it,
flip
mate.
backwards.
It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, you've got a lot of control. The only thing is, when you take off, if you try and move it anywhere, you will flip it. I've seen a friend of mine did it, and he was just going round, you know, as you do, you go on two wheels and all that. He did it, and he flipped, but he literally just went flying off.
Oh,
And
shit.
I never flew off it, but I'll tell you
When
what,
you're saying flipped it, is it flipped backwards or sideways?
Backwards.
he
like-
literally flipped it backwards.
Backwards,
and it
yeah.
was lucky it didn't
Oh
hit
yeah,
him.
because it goes.
But
vroom,
If
you
you could imagine someone on it, and then they went up like that,
Uh-oh.
and the quad went up, and they just went the other way, luckily,
rolled.
and they just
I
were
rolled.
flying through the air with their legs akimbo, go woo.
Uh-oh.
I just went that way, and that went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like put that roll quick.
But
Get off the
they're
way.
really good. I mean, you can get some good old nuts up on them as well if they're not limited. Like you get a ram, and you just pour it out and just go for it. I mean, as long as you've got a nice open space, not too many bumps, you'll be fine. I mean, I remember I was on
Not
the
up
back of
hills.
one with a friend, and we were going down this very steep slope, and late at night, we had a few bits to drink. Okay, just to let you all know. And suddenly realised there's a river we were coming to, so he sort of
Oh god.
hacked it to the side, and we were okay. But I'll tell you what, I really shit myself. I thought, we're going in the river. There's no way we're
Yeah.
going to stick it. But yeah,
Just never try it going up a hill. Fuck
I
that.
got the kids a little LT50, and once it like turned quite sharp, they can tilt. Know what I mean?
yeah.
And as soon as my son seen that, and he caught it, and he was like on two wheels then, and it's quite easy. Know what I mean? And yeah, it was like going round on two wheels all over the place, even though it was a quad. Yeah, it's funny. Ozzy Osbourne trashed his
Yeah.
quad.
Matt was saying go-karts.
He had a
Brilliant,
big
I love
nasty.
them.
Didn't Ozzy Osbourne have a nasty accident on a quad or something? Or
Yeah.
was that? Yeah.
And Rick Mail did as well. He damaged his head, I think.
I didn't know that. What do you say, John?
I was going to say, like Matt was saying with go-karts, they're brilliant. I love them. They're so low to the ground, you can slide them and everything.
Not when you get
you're
them
going to
rammed
have
all
to
the
be
fucking
hard
time,
pressed
no.
to flip them.
Yeah.
When you get them
You can
rammed
get
all
some
the
real
time,
nuts
I'll go
up, and when you
past,
go
it's a
round
fucking nightmare.
As long as you ease off a little bit as you go around the corner, you can slide them so well.
Yeah.
I remember another time being a kid. My mate had bought a a go-kart, like you say, I think it was a 125 engine in it, or 185, something like that. And this frame needed welding. So he knew this guy who does grass tracking. So I spoke to him. He said, yeah, bring it up. We'll weld it up for you. So basically, where my mate lives, it's on a road that's quite straight, a dual carriageway. But where my mate lived, he used to go to weld it up, was quite far up this road. Got something in my eye.
Your finger.
Eyeball.
Was quite far up this road. So he's like, right, get it next to the road, we'll get it on the road and start it. As we're getting on the side of the road, my mate pulls up in his Honda Prelude. I think it was a H-Reg back in the day, quite brand new, 2 litre Prelude thing, 4-wheel steering. And I was like, let us in front of you while we get this on the road. He went, yeah. I said, will you follow us up? He went, yeah, I'll follow you up so no one can see you. Got in there, started it, went for the first, second gear, turned round, and it wasn't even behind us, it just smoked him. They were bleeding rapid, it was. And when I got to this street where he was supposed to be turning off for the welding, yeah, I went to turn and it didn't really turn because that's what we needed welding, a bit of the steering part.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Wasn't going too fast anyway, so it was just like, no, just hit the curb. Oh, that's it. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Fun.
Mower racing, the foot pedal is your throttle on the right hand side, but because there's no suspension, when you hit every bump, like I said, you feel it in your hands, but your foot can't stay in one place. Now there's enough power, there's so much power there that if you put your foot down, the back end will slide out. Unless you're on a straight line, you'll slide out. So of course, you imagine now you go into a corner and it's going like this, and your foot's going like that, right? And of course you're going slide because it's too much power.
Yeah.
So I mean, like trying to find a way. In the end, what I had to do is I had to jam my foot into the body of the mower so that my foot was jammed, it wouldn't move. Because if you just rest your foot on it, it's like this. It's like that the whole time, and you're going forwards, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. It's like that. It's bloody hard. It's bloody hard to keep. Throttle control is probably one of the hardest things when you're trying to do that. You know, go-karts, they seem to be a bit more. They're sluggish, aren't they? It's like you know, they don't pick up quite as mad, you know, and not as, I think they've been toned down in some way, but it's like you put your foot right down on it and it'll pick up, but it don't go put your foot down, the back end comes out, but it will on a mower, on a racing mower.
Yeah, they change the carbs and all sorts, don't they, on them, and they change the gearboxes as well, I believe.
On the go-karts, they put limiters on as well sometimes. It's like, really? I want the power. I don't want to, you know, I've driven both. I've driven one without a limiter and one with. So it's like, nah, you got to have, if you got to know what you're doing, but you got to be careful whether you haven't got a limiter on it. You know, the ones you get like in the go-kart tracks, like the commercial ones, they're always limited, obviously.
Yeah,
it's still good fun, but you've got no massive acceleration. Like Matt says, it just goes and then off you go. Whereas if you haven't got it limited, it just goes whoom.
Yeah,
you're right down
called
the
the
ground.
Governor, aren't they? They have it on their like generators and stuff like that, and also them go-karts you have at the fair. They've got the Governors on them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can take them off, and obviously it improves the revs. It goes up a lot more.
Oh, it's great.
I did a head-to-head in Spain where they're a little bit more reckless with their safety thing. Dodgems in a thing. I came head-to-head at high speed with somebody. Bang, like that, right? The fucking the bloody thing went up in the air. I flew out of the thing and just ended up in the fucking car in front, like, you know, the one I just hit. You know what I mean? Dangerous as fuck. Yeah. I felt, I was fucking hurting after that. It was lucky, you know. Yeah, dangerous.
Too late. Oh.
I found that actually with like banger racing, although you're strapped in, you come out and you feel so bruised and achy because like I don't know if people, I don't know if you know, they strap you in so tight. So you've got like the 4 brace, like, seatbelt, but then obviously you get someone to check it as well to make sure it's proper on and clipped in, and you have like the bucket seat. Oh mate, it's, and you don't have trouble breathing, but it's not as good as what you want,
Cuts
you
into
know.
your groin, doesn't it?
Yeah, right in your groin as well. If you get that in the wrong place, you have to go, no, I've got to move that because it, well, for a bloke anyway.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Cuts your
It's like
bollocks
in
out.
there, and right in your bloody, right in your groin there. You're like, that fucking hell. Yeah, one of them.
When I did the racing, it was so funny though, because like I had an old Mark 3 Escort or whatever. So we did it all out, and there's people driving, and they keep the radios in. So these drivers, they've got no windows, no nothing, everything's good. It's all you know, the battery in the front, whatever, and they got the radio blaring out when they're driving. It's so funny. Like you're not expecting it. You're pulling up. You're all started revving up, going. Some geezer's playing fucking Radio 1 in the background. You're like, what are you playing at? Just going around having a fucking smashing people up while just listen to the radio and go, yeah, Steve Wright in the afternoon. What are we going to do today? It's like, fucking hell.
Oops, there you go.
Yeah, smash everyone up.
Didn't Ali Law do a wing walk thing where he went on top of an aircraft and they strap you in and then they fly and do stunts and fly you upside down and do loop the loops and all that, and you're on the wing of the aircraft strapped in like that, you know, and it's like,
mate, I'll shit myself.
Oh no,
fucking hell.
Anything like that, I don't care.
I would have given it a go years ago.
Yeah, that's fucking right. No, I'd still give it a go now.
Oh yeah.
But that'd get smacked in the
fucking
face
right
by the
about.
boobs. Fuck that, it's too dangerous. That shit.
You only live once. You only live once.
I'm not
Fucking
getting
hell.
two black
What's wrong
eyes.
with
It's
you?
fucking painful.
What's wrong
That.
with you? Mind you, yeah.
That's exactly. Fucking hell, boobs. If we go.
Yeah,
okay,
I got a massive fear about doing a parachute jump though. I'm not sure I could do that.
Matt, it's fucking the best thing in the world.
I'd like to do that.
You'd love it. You'd fucking love it.
If I could force myself to do it, I probably would enjoy it and then want to do it again. But it's that
first one.
It's that anticipation. I think I'd have to have 2 beta blockers of Valium and fucking maybe a bit of fucking drink. Be like, fucking all right, then come on, do it then. Yeah.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I wanted to go back up again once I'd done it because I was waiting from like 9:30 in the morning till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I actually jumped at 4 o'clock, and the winds were really quite bad, and they were blowing us all off course. And there's actually a flight, like a base where like all aircrafts and that come in and out right by the jump centre. So the planes were fucking coming in as we were jumping. So it was just like fucking, you know what I mean? And you got 2 parachutes. But honest to God, free fall, 125 miles an hour. Fucking brilliant. 10 minutes and I was down.
I was cleared to fly across the Salisbury Plain because there was no activity that day. So I said, "Oh, can I cross the Salisbury Plain?" And they went, "Yeah, cross the Salisbury Plain." They didn't tell me that there was parachuting at, where was it now? I can't remember the name of the place, but it's a parachute field halfway across the Salisbury Plain. So I'm tootling along now, and I'm like, what the fuck's? Hang on, there's parachutes in front of me. Oh my God! I'm like fucking turned hard. I'm like, fucking hell! Like you'd think the people who just gave me clearance to go across and say, "Oh, by the way, they are parachuting at the moment in the middle of the fucking." Not big in it.
Not clever.
Hang on, I'll find out the name of the airfield now. That was not cool.
Believe it or not, mine was even though it was in Lincolnshire, the actual place was called Walthamstow or something like that, which I thought that was in London.
Walthamstow, yeah, it's just outside London.
Yeah, but the actual jump centre was called that because I still got the sticker with the plane on it.
Tell you what, I wouldn't jump into Walthamstow. I wouldn't even fucking drive there if you paid.
I know. Well, up in bloody where I've just said, it's all flat land, isn't it? So
Mm.
you can jump the highest there. You can jump up to 15,000 feet, which that's what I done. And it's fucking brilliant. But what a bastard of a drive! Fucking hell, the bastard of a drive. It was a long day, really long day. The video is actually up on my channel, like, but I filmed it from my DVD itself on my
Yeah.
phone, and I put it up that way because I've got the DVD here, and that
Cool.
cost me £92 for the DVD.
Shit.
But Gary, who was filming me, he got blown off course completely away from me. So as I was coming in, he got blown off course. So he only caught me just coming into land. But yeah, bloody brilliant it was. And I said to the girl, Karen, I said, "Can you do 360 spins in the air?" And she was like, "What do you mean 360 spins?" I said, "Can we do like a spin in the air?" And she was like, yeah, no problem. And that's how come she got a glider out as soon as we jumped, because she was spinning me in the air, and all I was worried about is losing my trainees, because I didn't tie my trainees before I jumped. A fucking pair of Reebok trainees, and I forget it. I was just like holding on to my trainees, my skins all like that all over the place. It was just like, Jesus Christ. Looked like Dangerous Brian, you know, when I jumped, because he had like one of those helmets on. Because since she's behind me, if I put a proper helmet on, I could crack her and break a jaw and shit. But filling your death certificate out is quite real. Quite real.
Yeah. Middle wallop it was. It's slightly off the Salisbury Plain, but you're still under control of Boscombe military. You don't have to have permission off them to fly through there. But I, said like, "Is it all right to fly up there?" And they're like, "Yeah," and they should
Would
have
be nice,
warned
wouldn't it?
me, really. Yeah.
So
That's
what
what I
have you
mean.
done
When
with
we
the
were
Hellcat?
jumping, planes were just flying in, fucking, with the nose coming towards us. When we were all standing on the stand when we were waiting to jump, like, because all the red kites and all that were all jumping first, and they were getting all the gear off the ground, and then going back in the plane and doing it again, and they were doing stunts all the way down before we jumped. But the plane was an old propeller plane. It was just, you look at it and you think, fucking hell, how many times has that been up a day? And you're just like, it's a bit rickety. We're going to be all right in this.
Yeah.
It just kept on going up and up and up and up.
Yeah, those engines get hammered in parachute planes because they glide down, pick people up, and then they go so really
all the way
hard,
back up.
all the way back up, and then they land, and then it's so it's like they're never like cruising along, being nice to the engine. It's like climb all the time. Like those engines get hammered.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Steve's saying he done indoor skydiving. I've took my son on one of them courses.
Cool.
It's next to the place, Trafford Centre. There's a big ice works in there.
Is there?
And it's next door to that, where you do the skydiving.
Doing the real things the best. It's just, it's an experience.
Right,
Dry mouth.
I'm going to set up the live stream for members only now, and we'll jump over that shortly. Didn't even notice that late. I thought it was I knew it started later, but didn't think it was that time.
You're not a member. They're going to be like,
What's going on here?
189. Bloody hell. Bloody pay it and watch, will you?
Screaming hard.
Yeah, just send out
I'm
the
saying
link.
that, and I'm on here, and I'm not a fucking member either.
You numpty.
I know. It cost a fortune to be everywhere. Jesus
What have you done
Christ,
with the
the amount
cat?
of money you saved a year. Oh, she's in the kitchen now, and she sleeps in the carrier. She's got she just goes to bed herself. She just
Oh, that's
literally
good.
jumps in the carrier and goes to bed to sleep. But
That's
we've got
good.
like a
Nice.
little cuddly toy which is in the shape of a kitten. So but she doesn't like it. She just kicks it out. Just snuggles in herself. She's not bothered. She doesn't
That's all
want
right.
it. She's not missing anybody. She generally fitted in like a glove. But our Shannon's legs, oh, you want to see them, Jack? They're fucking shredded to pieces. Shredded to pieces because she's been climbing up a leg, to get to come onto her knee all the way
Oh
up.
dear.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do
she's
that.
ripped to shreds. I've only got a few on my hands, but
Yeah, you get over
yeah,
it.
I think
I
she's
still get.
teething, to be honest.
Oh, that's
Like,
joyful.
yeah, yeah,
Teething cats.
yeah, yes. Needle cats, more like it.
Yeah, they are like needles.
I just forgot what a kitten's like to have in the house. It's been so long.
Yeah, they're maniacs.
It's so long since we've had a kitten. 18 years. You just generally forget how much maintenance it takes, you know what I mean, to look after
No, you
one.
don't. No, you don't.
It's like up at 7 o'clock in the morning all the way through. She'll wake up, she'll do a mad hour. She's meant to sleep 22 hours, but she only sleeps about 10. And the rest is just playing. She just, it's just,
You need to get one of them cat chasers because if you get them to chase it, it tires them out more.
oh yeah, she'll play with that and then she'll just go mad around the living room, jump on the couch and then jump back down and then go behind the cupboards and yeah.
And cat
her eyes are just
towers
like,
and things like that, things to climb up for them and away from your furniture.
well, I bought her a tunnel and some more cat toys and bought her a lot bed. I got it from AliExpress and it was only fucking cheap. I said, oh, get it because we're skint because we've got to get her vaccinated soon.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Joyful. You've meant
Yeah,
to as well because
2
of the new law that you're meant to get them. Yeah, I know. You've got to get them chipped as well now. Otherwise, you can get into trouble. So by law,
well,
now
we
you have
just
to have them
chipped our Cinders before she died. We chipped her about a week before, and she died. But yeah, we're gonna have to get her chipped. But the vaccination, she needs to have one next week, and then another one in 3 months, and then once a year, and then she's allowed out the house. Then after a year,
don't let her out.
And no, we've only let her in the garden. That's it. We can't keep her in the house all the time. That's just not our way. She stays in the garden. We've got fences and that. She won't be able to jump it. As long as she goes in the garden and just has a little wander around the back garden, she'll be all right.
Cats can climb.
Yeah, I know, but we keep our eye on her, We keep our eye on her. But if she wants to go over next door's garden and then come round the front,
they want to.
Well, our Cindy's used to. She used to go in the back garden.
Yeah,
and then
but
she
she's
used to
not
go through
Cindy.
to next doors.
If you're comparing her to
she's
Cindy,
not.
same mum
I
now.
know.
She's got
I know.
a different cat.
I know. But we'll do our best to try and keep her at bay. Yeah.
I wouldn't let her out.
You can get these nice, you can put these things around the garden, and they're like a netting.
Yes.
That it's very hard for them to climb up. It's designed to kind of like mess with them, so they can't do it. And then you can let them out there then because they can't get out. So you can let them out there as much as you want because they can't escape.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to find out what it is then, because we've always been like that with our cats. We've always just like let them, because they've only ever stayed close to the house.
Do cats dig holes by any chance?
The Great Escape, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether they do or not. I know dogs bury the bones and stuff like that, but do cats bury stuff or?
Yeah, only when they pee.
Do they just hide? Or
females do.
When they go to the toilet, they bury them.
Yeah, they bury the shit and piss. Yeah, cats.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't hide stuff. They just hide under stuff. If it's the toys or anything.
They used to bring stuff back. My other cat.
Oh no, I've had mine hiding under stuff and then getting leaped on with claws out.
She used to rob stuff off the fucking washing line and bring it here. She used to rob hair
Adrian.
and rags and all sorts. Every day we used to get something new in the garden. She used to bring the hair bubbles back and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
had a cat, I used to bring in pigeons, rats.
Mm. Well,
Did a rabbit once. I don't know how the fuck they did that,
Mm.
but did it.
Bleeding hell.
mm.
Yeah. I
The
don't
only
even know how
one-
to this day how they did it because we had more than one. It was like, what the fuck? It was just lying there.
Oh, Liam's just done some memberships. Gifted
Yeah.
5 memberships.
Oi.
Excellent, Liam.
Go ahead, Liam.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
But
Excellent.
the one who was begging for it, Stephen YEMC, he said, "Oh, give us a membership, Ben." But the thing is, it's random in it who it goes to.
Oh, is he in? Is he still here or has he done one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's still
it's
yeah.
Still here. He might have got one then. Yeah, he's next. Yeah, he should have got one then.
Oh well.
Coming right
It's
after.
Random YouTube Tuesday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We can't choose
Right.
it if you gift.
No, I thought it's the
just
person
random.
who comments after he does it, you see.
No,
No.
something you
No,
hear
it's
on the
random.
thingy, yeah.
Yeah, it's saying it's random.
Yeah. Oh, so the
Sure
people who
is.
got it, Linda got one, Sticky Icky got one, Umbrella Man and
Sticky
James
Icky.
Love. So sadly, you was not in there, Stephen.
Yeah.
You.
Well, you know what you do? You just pay $1.99, innit? You don't always, when people get a membership, even if you find it difficult, you can always cancel
Yeah.
it and then come back. You don't always have to pay it. Plus, it only works out as like £30 a month. I mean, a year that you're actually given a channel at $1.99. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Cool.
it's one
Well,
of
Right.
those.
before you disappear, hang on. Any second now.
Oh. There, another
Come here.
5 members.
Yeah.
Excellent,
Oh,
Matt.
great.
Hey,
Cool.
go ahead,
Crazy
Matt.
John,
Nice
Falling
one.
Star, Louise Summers,
Yay.
Mitch Seymour, and Sweeney Boy. Oh, you're still not in there, Yemp. Sorry. You're still not there.
Still not bleeding hell.
Mm,
Yay.
yeah. Oh dear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll have to
What do you
sort
mean?
something out for him somehow.
You get one, Melissa.
Only you can do it, Will. No, I never.
How
got
can
one, Will.
how do you do that?
You can actually pay yourself
Yeah.
5 memberships. Yeah, you can do that yourself. Anybody
Right.
can do
Yeah,
it.
but you can't say who they go to though. That's any trouble.
No, you can't. No.
No.
No worries, Crazy John.
At the moment, my account's like that at the moment, so I can't even do that. I'm afraid.
Me too. Me too.
But
Otherwise,
yeah, I'll sort it out. I'll do something.
I've got festivals to pay for next month. So,
Yeah.
right. Which,
Yeah.
sort of intense shit out there.
I think I know how to do it. I
Only
think I
6
know how
weeks
to do it.
go. 6 weeks to go. Woo-hoo.
If we do it like a private live stream and we send him a link to it, and or only a few people in it, like 5 or something,
Yeah, you
Oh.
get one then.
yeah, he'd get it, wouldn't they? Do it that
Yeah,
way.
Or if it's just him. Or if it's just him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll suss that
Yeah.
out anyway. Has any of you got his details or anything like that?
No.
Stephen Yen. Mhm.
No.
Yeah,
We'll suss it out, Stephen. Don't worry. Yeah, on
he's
that
got
one,
14p.
on that one, good night, everyone. Catch you on the other channel. Cheers.
Bye bye.
See you next Tuesday. Stay safe till then. Bye bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Forgot you got to it.